Welcome back, guys. It is our 2024 ICast show. Geoff, are you stoked?
Yes.
All right.
As I am every year.
This is one of probably Geoff and I's least favorite places to come. You know, we've been very critical of this show over the years, basically because of what it used to be and what it's kind of turned into. This is our industry, the fishing tackle industry's biggest show of the year. But it's just morphed into this basic circle jerk of all the pros just talking about how great everything is. And you guys know from our past videos that many of the brands that you guys love don't come to this show anymore. But we are going to continue to come so that we can bring you guys to the show and give you firsthand access. The fact that this isn't a consumer show and you guys can't walk the floor and see the baits is pretty ridiculous to me. So Geoff and I are going to go in, we're going to see some cool people, we're going to see some really dope things. There are some things in here that I'm excited to show you that we've had in our hands, and unlike previous years, we actually brought some baits from all the other brands that I know you guys are excited about so that we can show you the full lineup of new items that you can expect to see dropping this summer, this fall. Geoff, if you're ready, let's get out of this heat. I don't know why you make me suffer every year, but let's go show you guys the show and have some fun. Ready? All right, Geoff, let's go into this amazing place. Let's get it on, dude. What are you looking forward to, Geoff? This is your favorite show. What are you expecting? I know you do.
I want to go home.
But here we are. So
I'm stuck here with
what
you.
are you hoping to see? Wait a minute. Huh? What does that mean? Stuck here with me. You know, you could drink beer with me.
What is that gonna offer me?
Trust me, when you're a little bit just looser, I'm better.
Better?
Yeah.
You look better? Or?
Hey, look at where we're coming. Look at what's about to happen. Yeah.
That really represents.
That's not very exciting. So, are you expecting to see anything amazing through these doors? Yeah? Yeah, I know you are. We're going to have a good time. All right, let's see what nonsense we can find. Hello, sir.
I got on a...
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, man. Earlier than what I was supposed to.
Hello, sir.
Benjamin.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
How's it going, man?
Nice to see you.
Good. You guys good? Like psyched.
Oh, fired up.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
My feet already hurt.
So every year I always start in the Daiwa booth. It's just become tradition. And every year I see these two knuckleheads kind of right out of the gate. So my buddy Brett, you guys know. Brent, you guys know. So all right, we'll see you. We'll see you around. Just want to say hi.
Holler at me.
Yeah, good to see you. Dinner tonight?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, guys, so we showed these to you last week. This is the new Kage lineup of rods. Pretty dope lineup, I would say. Much lighter. X45 comes into them. They've got the new air sensor reel seats. It's a full lineup of, well, I want to say 20 rods, but casting and spinning. Some of the spinning have stinger tips on them. Now, Kage historically has been a pro shop only rod, so you're not supposed to be able to buy them online. So it's one of those that you can scope out, and then if you decide you want to buy them, you can always reach out to us, email, DM, or whatever. But for 199 bucks, I'm pretty impressed with these. The same reel seat that's in the Super Combat Stick for 500 comes over to these. They're super lightweight. I've got a 7.3 medium heavy in my hands, and it feels like a Steez would feel weight-wise. So pretty impressed. I think this is a super dope drop from Daiwa, this ICast. So I wanted to start out with a bang, and then, maybe we'll keep with some bangs, and then we'll go from there. So there's product number one of the show. Why don't you say hello to everybody? What's your name?
What's up, guys? I'm Anthony Lee with the Tackle Shack in Texas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know these guys are big JDM dudes. So.
Yeah? You too?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right on, dude. Yeah, well, we'll talk after the show.
Yeah,
all right.
sure.
Good to see you, man. All right. All right, staying on the Kage bandwagon here for a minute. So Kage spinning reels have been one of our best selling spinning reels. Now, there has been two options. There's been a Kage LT, which has hovered around the $200 price point, and there's been a Kage MQ LT that's been in that $350 price point. They have discontinued the Kage MQ, replaced it with a newer refresh reel, and we'll get to that in a second. But the Kage LT gets a revamp this year. So it's virtually the same reel. There's not a lot of difference as far as tech. You're still not in an MQ. It's the old school LT, so it's a smaller frame. But styling wise, they've kind of morphed both reels into one. So you've got virtually the same drag, still no mag seal, still no MQ, but you get the cool cork grip, which is very important, and you get a reel that's not going to be readily available, so you get something that's kind of still, you know, cool, but you're going to pay more for it this year. So $249 to $269, you know, still, I guess, a good deal, but with so many reels that you can get with all the MQ and the mag seal for the same price, we might be seeing the end of Kage, but I'm going to let you guys figure it out. Let's show you the replacement for the MQ. All right, a revitalization of, actually, Jeff, this was my first Daiwa spinning reel when I switched from Shimano to Daiwa. This is the Daiwa Soul. Now, this was many years ago. You were still in diapers, I think. Maybe not even, maybe still in your dad, actually. But this is a reel that kind of started the whole Daiwa craze for me, and they are bringing it back and revitalizing it and kind of replacing that Kage MQ price point. This is going to hover in that 350 to 400 range. In this reel, you get all the tech that Daiwa has been touting all these years. You get the MQ frame, which is in gearing, so it's bigger gears, more of a one-piece frame, so it's going to be a stronger, smoother reel. You get mag seal. It's a pretty stylish reel, and it's going to be targeted as a freshwater reel that crosses over into saltwater, so the styling matches if you guys want to use it for inshore, and then you get all the sizes too, the 3,000, 4,000. And what I did forget to mention on the Kage LT, I know I started talking a little bit of shit about it, but the one cool thing for me on the Kage LT is that it used to end at 2,500. Now they're going to do a 3,000 size and a 4,000 size in that reel, which were the two gaps that they were greatly missing. So, you know, some good, some, you know, I don't know, not that exciting, but this one's pretty exciting for me. I think you guys are going to dig this. I like these EVA grips. All sizes are going to come with them, whether it's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So there's a new sole from Daiwa. All right, Jeff, I got something that I know you've been waiting for. This is why I brought you. Okay, your favorite part of every ICast. You ready? Another. 100. Relax. Oh. I've got another fucking Tatula.
Staysee HD.
Another Tatula, Jeff.
Did you say the T word?
I did.
Oh, no.
But lucky for you, I've got two Tatulas to talk to you about. No. So here we go. Tatula SVT Wing 100. I had to look at the placard because there's so many damn Tatulas, I can't remember what's what anymore. So basically, you're staying at the 100 size, but what you get is you get the two-stage SV Boost spool. Okay, so the SV Boost spool is in reels like Zillion, Steez. Essentially what that is that rotor extends and contracts during your cast. You're going to get longer, smoother casts, less backlashes. It's actually a really good tech, okay? Yes, it's another Tatula, but it's an improvement, so I'm going to take it, okay? Now, the other one that they're touting is the SVT Wing 150, okay? Now, if you're thinking, man, that looks just like the old Tatula, you are correct. Hey, relax, but hey, we like to rebrand things here. Okay, so it basically just took that frame of the old Tatula 2 Tatulas ago, the 103. This gets so confusing. Now it's the 150 size, SV spool. You've got a larger handle. It feels good, and this will be a winner because this was actually an amazing reel. This was the Tatula that kind of started the whole craze for us, and everybody loved it. And then things have gotten a little smaller, a little bit more refined. This kind of is going to be one of those reels that will be good for slightly larger things, deep cranks, you know, baits that you might have to just be chucking and winding with a little heavier line. This should find a good home in your arsenal. So there you go, Jeff. 2 new Tatulas, all for you. Thoughts? No, get in here. My guy, Cody Meyer. How are you, dude? It's
I'm
been a
doing
long
good,
time.
man. Good to see you.
Yeah, same.
You're the man, dude.
Yeah. No, you're the man. We're gonna see you on the Elites next year, dude.
I
That's
hope
gonna be
so.
pretty dope. Yeah.
I hope so.
Don't fuck it up.
Hey, I gotta keep catching them.
Yeah. Well, you know that it's got to be important when the big dogs are bringing me out product to make sure I show you. So, sales must be down on these, or?
Brand new.
I haven't sold them yet.
Okay. There you go. Just what you all needed, new hats. They actually look good. I like this style. Well, this one's more you. Mustard captain's cap? Oh, hell yeah. You look good in that. All right. Thanks for ruining our episode. All right, let's talk about this. While you're here, tell me if I say anything wrong. All right. You guys know that this has been my favorite braid forever, the Daiwa Samurai braid. Now, this is a braid that's very conflicting. A lot of guys love it. A lot of guys hate it. I've never understood the hate because I love it. But when we heard it was discontinuing and they were coming out with a refresh and a new version, I was super intrigued. So what I know, because nobody got me any samples to actually try, so I don't have any first-hand experience. It's a proprietary material, but it's a new proprietary or? Oh, it's a new proprietary material. So it should be, in theory, more abrasion resistant, better casting, less trouble.
Less trouble, less wind knots. The abrasion resistance is the main advantage. Before it was pretty soft, pretty subtle. This is going to be a lot more abrasion resistance, pushing around any sort of cover, but also cast just like you're familiar with the Samurai braids.
All right, so there you go. I'm excited to get it back on my reels. What's availability looking like?
ETA, most of the stuff is coming in either right at ICast or a month or two after ICast. So
Okay, so should be pretty soon. I'm stoked to see if it's an improvement or not. I'm sure it'll be an improvement. So there you go, new Samurai braid dropping from Daiwa. By the way, who the hell are you?
Alex from Daiwa, regional sales manager, cover the Western 17 for Daiwa.
I think you said that before, Jeff?
Maybe.
That was a good plug. All right, good to see you, dude. Yeah. Thanks for the help.
Yep.
All right, moving on. All right, and then finally, before we run out of here, I know a lot of you guys do fish that inshore, light-duty salt. The coastal series of reels from Daiwa have been some of our better sellers. The 150, you guys remember, was kind of like that crazy blue color. So they are refreshing a new coastal 150, basically just going with a more modernized blue color, keeping some of the crazy blue here and there on the spool, on the handle. Not a lot of new tech, just basically a color refresh, but that will be coming this year also from Daiwa. All right, so we are in the YGK booth, otherwise known as X-Braid. So YGK is probably, I would say, in Japan, the most popular braid in Japan, known for making some of the highest quality, best lines. Now, we've carried them for years. What's kind of new this year is Daiwa is taking over distribution. So one of the challenges to YGK, as many of you know, if you've used the line in the past, it's not always available. So you run out of line, you can't find line. The distribution channels they've sucked. So Daiwa's stepping in, trying to make it better. So I just wanted to point out a couple of the lines that I think you guys should maybe keep on the radar. A lot of you guys know about it. But the Sinking SS112 is a braid that's been in their lineup for some time. It's a sinking braid. YGK is known for having like the highest tensile strength, highest abrasion resistance, and the tightest weave on their braids. So this would be an excellent option if you guys are looking for like a drop shot line, free rig, bottom contact type stuff. It'll be kind of a slow sink, neutral density style line. The other one I'm going to take you guys over here. This is the X-Braid Finesse. Now in Japan, this has been out and marketed as a tie rubber line. Okay, so tie rubber is like a red snapper type thing. It's like a big lead weight, little like curly thing. You drop it down. Deep water, you need line to be thin, super tight, super hard for abrasion resistance, but it needs to be thin to get down there fast. What this line is going to be good for a lot of you guys is bait finesse. So they're remarketing it as a X-Braid Finesse line because so many anglers were taking that line and using it for trout fishing, stream fishing, bait finesse fishing. It's a floating line, it's metered, it's super, super thin, very light. I think it'll be a popular one for you guys. Jeff, let's keep going. Come here, Cardi.
We're here in paradise.
Is this paradise?
This is paradise.
Oh man, you're so confused. So introduce yourself, tell the people who you are.
I'm Cardi Schoen, originally from Phoenix, grew up getting stuff from the hookup all the time, and now I fish for Auburn University. I'm the vice president out there. Wow.
Oh wow, you're like a big guy.
No, I'm a little.
What happened?
I'm VP, so I really just do nothing. I sit on my butt all day
I
and let everyone else do the big stuff. and
That's
I
kind of
take
what
credit.
Geoff does too.
that's
Literally just sits there behind the camera and takes credit for all
How do
this
you
stuff.
think I got to where I am? I just watched Geoff. I'm like, okay,
It's
so
very smart.
maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to tell the difference.
I'm good with this. Say yes.
So yeah,
Say yes. So Cardi is a classic example of why the fishing industry is so dope. So I met Cardi, you were in high school at some point, and I
might have
actually
been
met
even
you through your mom.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, maybe grade school. But his mom, literally the coolest lady ever.
No way.
Like, yeah, dude, I
something.
think she's an enforcer.
She's
right?
definitely an enforcer.
And a lover, and I pull inspiration from her all the time. But dude, it's really cool to see you and the Auburn team, and it's just fun to watch everybody just like expand and
grow up, and
and
try to find a place of their
and
own.
stay cool.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Right? So I don't know about this whole Jersey thing, walking around the floor, but I understand it's probably something you have to do.
Yeah, I got to do it.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna make fun of you.
He's still gonna make fun of me, but I'll rep it.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. I
Love
appreciate it.
following you.
Awesome. The man.
All right,
Okay.
we're with another guy.
Another one?
Yeah, we brought him back in. Yeah, now that he's done with his little circle jerk conversation he had in the beginning, no offense. Okay, Super Combat Stick. Well, let's start combat sticks. Totally refreshed for this year. A lot of you guys have got them. They've been a huge success. We've talked about them a lot.
Yep.
Super Combat Stick you dropped at the classic, I don't know, 2 classics ago or something. I can't even keep it straight. The jackhammer rod.
Last year.
Yep.
Last year was the jackhammer rod.
Yep.
This year is a 7.2 medium spinning rod.
Cool. Tell us about this guy and what we're in for.
Okay, so obviously you guys can see sexy handle, red handle, forward grip, all carbon fiber grips here, so super light, super sensitive. Fuji titanium guides, just a really well balanced, versatile spinning rod, whether you're minnow shaking, drop shot, Ned rig, Nico rig, just it's my all around spinning rod. And I mean, you can definitely tell the difference between a regular combat stick and then picking this rod.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, it is just super light and super sensitive. Just a true JDM designed US model rod for us.
Yes. I'm excited to see these actually come to fruition because you've been teasing these rods with me for, it feels like a decade, but several years just working through the models. Like this hasn't been a project that you've taken lightly. So it's cool to see them happen. I'm excited to get this. Anything else we need to know about application or anything else? Like, is there a rod that's similar to this in the regular combat stick? Like, did you morph to, or is this a complete new taper and model?
I mean, so we have the 7.4 is what I was always using in the combat stick series, and so many people don't like that long of a spinning rod.
Right.
So we kind of downsized it, but it still has that nice soft tip. And what I'm looking for in a spinning rod is have that nice soft tip, so castability and landability for the fish.
Yeah.
And then as you get to about the 5th guy down, it has some backbone to it.
Yeah.
So whether you're using a nose hook or like a Texas rig style drop shot, you have that power with a Texas rig to get them, let's say, out of a brush pile or something.
Yep.
But you still have that soft tip for a nose hook.
Yeah.
That you're looking for when you're smallmouth fishing or spotted bass. Or
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
And of course it has a drop shot keeper down here, or a hook keeper. So you know, like we talked about on the regular combat sticks, when you put your sleeve on, if you have it up here,
then you've got the bait in the weave.
In the weave, you got issues.
Yeah,
you know?
so we dropped it down a little bit.
But I just love this forward grip. You know, your blank is right here where your hand is. So you can really get a good feel of what the bait's doing down there, and just those carbon fiber grips. What I really, when we first started developing it, I was like, carbon fiber grips. I was like, and they're actually I would say tackier than the EVA sometimes.
It's surprising. I think the one big hesitation a lot of guys had with carbon fiber is, you know, all the brands started bringing more out was A, it was going to get so hot, and B, it's just going to be so slippery. And it's really neither of those things. It's almost the opposite sometimes in the tackiness.
I think so too. I mean, sometimes EVA can get a little slimy.
Yep.
You know, when it gets wet, it gets a little
you wear it
slick.
down, all those pores start almost sanding down, and then it gets wet, and
you get some fish grime in there, whatever.
Yep.
But I've been really impressed on how tacky it is and how sensitive it makes the rod.
yeah. And the fact that your fingers are going to end up on metal at the end as well is going to increase all the sensitivity on this. So
it's just a well balanced rod.
Yeah, it's a beautiful rod. So cool. I'm glad this lineup is expanding. I wish there was 20 of them.
Yeah.
But we'll take one casting and one spinning
one
for
at
now.
a time.
Yeah. All right. Good to see you, dude.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
Peace out.
This is really trippy for me, Jeff, because I'm looking behind you
Not me.
and at Brett. This is a terrible situation. I feel like I'm in a Brett sandwich. Oh, maybe I kind of like it, actually.
Okay.
Let's make ICast weird again. All right, so before we leave, we ran into some new jackhammer colors. So these are pretty dope. I mean, jackhammer is one of the few baits, you know, a lot of the conversation you hear in the industry is how, like, you know, minnow shaking is just taking over the world and hard baits aren't, you know, selling anymore. And jackhammer just sells and sells and sells. It's literally just the staple of everybody's arsenal. So just walk me through these colors really quick, and then we'll talk about the new DXV too.
Yeah, so we did a Morning Dawn jackhammer. I mean,
why not?
Morning Dawn in clear water, the fish just bite it really, really well. And we did a matte silver blade, did some silver strands. I mean, it just looks real sexy.
It looks good. Yep.
And the chicks might like it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got Smallmouth Magic. So what we wanted to do with this is kind of tone it down. Obviously, Smallmouth Magic is a great swim bait color that we all know. And we did a watermelon blade to just kind of tone down that flash in the water, kind of a little more stealthy look.
Yep, so chicks don't like this one?
They might.
Your chicks do?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, the big bass chicks.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we did a California craw, which is green pumpkin red, watermelon red, and then an orange throat and a green pumpkin red blade on it.
Yep.
And then
I'm excited for this one.
matte black on black.
Yeah.
Murdered out.
It's funny that this is a new color.
Yeah.
Like, this just seems like it should have been a color the whole time, but
This is a JDM color I think we had for a while, but
I'm glad to see it in.
Yeah.
So 4 new colors.
4 new colors.
And then let's talk about this new hard bait. So we already launched the new Bone shower blows, the anniversary shower blows.
Yep.
And they basically evaporated out of here already. So I'll try to get more if you guys missed out. But this is the other new hard bait that EverGreen is launching. Talk to me about this guy. This is the DXV18.
yeah, it's a deep X over. This is a Marizo Shimizu design, 16 to 18 foot. It's going to be that tighter action, so it's not going to saw your arm off. It's real easy to crank. We got it in 7 different colors that I helped pick out. Casts really, really well, but it kind of has like that, you know, that tighter, colder water, you know,
More of that
vibration.
shaddy
shad wrap
type,
style, but it, I mean, you never have a shad wrap that you can get to 16, 18.
Right, or that you can cast. So you still get the casting, the weight transfer system. So the X-Over has been a pretty well-received bait for us over the last couple of years. So having a deeper version is pretty cool. So there you go. All right, now I'm out of your hair.
Okay.
Goodbye. No more bread sandwich for me.
Later.
I'm already filming.
All right, well, I needed to see it for myself, and they actually did it. So, you know, inspirational baits, should we call it that this year? This one has been advertised for a while. This is a Megabass Mag Draft,
Right.
otherwise known as the final copy. At least they're playing off it. Look, they advertise the magnetic harness, which is the same. Fins are the same. Paddle is the same. So it's a mag draft. But apparently this is the final one.
Final one.
Yeah, so every year there's some mag drafts. Apparently this is the end of it. Okay, so Strike King is ending it. Done.
Cool.
Nice. Rolling.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, so I mean, you can see it looks, if you didn't have this in the package, that sure looks like a mag draft to me. Internal harness, magnet, same fins.
Final.
Yeah, but this will be the final one.
That's it.
Thank God. Well done, everyone. Well done. Good.
Busy?
Yes, busy.
Started your
You?
busy days.
Yeah.
Busy. Lucky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys, did you go fishing in California?
Yes.
And everything? Yeah. Good. This is all from this trip? Nice.
Yeah. You know, he's funny, like happy face.
Yeah. He didn't pass out. Last time he fished in the summer with me, he too hot.
Okay, this time
Too hot. Yeah.
This time okay.
I'm talking smack about you. Good to see you. Well, what do we got that's new?
Yeah, that's all.
You got any no new baits?
Some new colors already we introduced. So
Okay.
you're special. You know already.
Yep.
Our new things
Okay.
already.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Basically.
I see you've got the
This is the one for the new
Wake the Dead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This looks good. So new wake bait, is it going to have a blade?
これ、最初からつかないですよ。
Not in the box, but you can.
You can add if you wanted to. Okay. So Yep.
Tin cell,
Yep.
braid,
nice.
and custom.
Okay. So it's going to wake, obviously. Will it crank down subsurface? Will it dive?
30, 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just a couple inches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Not rolling, rolling.
Okay.
Rolling.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So that's Wake the Dead. Is it out yet? Available now or?
日本では in Japan?
November?
November.
It is,
Okay.
yeah.
So end of this year. Just in time for the winter wake bait bite. Yeah. But maybe we can get them for the spring wake bait bite. Okay. Cool. So Wake the Dead. All right. Nice. I'm excited to see it. All right. Well, it's good to see you guys.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Deal? Yeah.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You will come here with
Yeah.
Otaku.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come say hello.
Is there anything we need to prepare for that?
Yeah. All right. So obviously we're in the Valley Hill booth. They have some new colors coming in some of the Whiplash hard baits. So we've been working with them to try to develop some actual U.S. colors instead of just a bunch of kind of crazy saltwater colors. So it's pretty cool to see them actually coming into fruition. So these are going to be across the color line, anything from ghost minnows. There's some matte finishes. There's some custom cool designs, some natural shad patterns. So whether it's the Swayward or the live wires or any of the baits, some cool new colors coming from them this year. All right.
We're here.
One of my favorites.
The only place
Yeah, one of the bright spots of this show every year. Our friends over here at Nishine. Let's go say hello. Or maybe we won't say hello. Yeah, they're avoiding me. Apparently they don't like me anymore. What are you doing back there?
Hiding.
Hello, sir.
Okay, thank you for
It's
coming.
good to see you.
Yes.
The man himself,
Yes.
Hiroshi Nishine.
Thank you.
All right, show us the new stuff, man.
Okay, so this one.
Okay.
Stuff.
Okay.
So
Erie 95.
Yes.
MD.
MD.
So we launched this a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Everybody's been loving it.
Oh, really?
But I want you to talk to us about your bill because I did not expand on that when I dropped it. So tell us more about how you designed this and what we can do with this.
So this vertical fin is very key of this bait. So this fin stabilize action when you make a straight retrieve.
Yeah.
So if you have no fin, lure can roll.
Okay.
Why that roll?
Yep.
So, but this vertical fin stabilize, the lure cannot roll.
So it keeps it a little tighter.
So tighter means that you can receive the quick motion.
Okay.
So very very quick rolling action.
Yep. The way it comes out of the box.
And also when you jack it,
Yep.
lure darting downward.
Okay.
So as many as you jack it,
Yep.
lure just keep gaining at depth.
So it's deeper, 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 deeper. Okay. Okay.
And then people can cut the fin. This one.
Yeah, so this is what's cool, Geoff, is this fin's designed to be cut. So it's, you can leave it, of course, and it'll work exactly how I just said, but you can cut it and trim it. So this one's trimmed,
trimmed.
right? So you can see that it's missing. So you can take some cutters, file it down, and then you change. So now what does it do?
So that's when you make a straight retrieve, lure can roll.
Okay, so it's going to have more rolling.
The slower rolling action than this one.
Okay.
But when you jack it, big darting action.
I see. So it's going to be much more erratic, more side to side this way?
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty
and
cool.
Also, diving depth is a little shallower than, this.
Then with it on there.
Because
Okay.
this one keep diving, but these are sometimes darting this way.
Okay.
A very erratic action.
Okay.
So, and also this one is slow floating.
Yeah.
And when you cut the, trim the thing.
Yep. Little faster.
It's
Okay.
very good for bank fishing too.
Okay.
Very easy to use.
Good to know.
Yeah, good. And if you want to make a suspend setting or slow sinking setting, you can attach the outer weight.
Yeah.
This is an optional part, but if you put one weight, this lure.
You okay? You're excited. You're excited that we're here.
Excited. So the lure just slow sinking
with one weight. So one weight, slow sinking. Now the cool thing about these weights is that you can cut these also. So it's like a soft lead.
Yep. Half a month.
Okay.
Make a perfect suspense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So lots of ways we can alter this.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty cool.
Additional. So this one, the original model, has a number 6 hook.
Yep.
But you can switch to up to number 4 hook.
Okay.
The bigger hook.
Yep.
If you put the 4 number size hook, this is almost suspended.
Okay, so no added weight, just change the hooks, go up one size to 4, and there's still plenty of room in between these. They're not going to wrap.
No problem.
And then we've got a nice suspending bait. Cool.
And
cool.
also, if you target a big fish, bigger hook is better.
Yeah, of course. Well, I only target big fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you should change to this one.
Yeah, of course I should.
Try this one. This is, I think, most versatile model in our Erie series.
Yeah, it's a really cool model that can do so many different things based on what we need. So yeah, good job. One more awesome bait from Nishine.
Okay.
What else you got?
Can I talk about only one?
Okay, however many you got.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
So this one is a smelt head Ines.
Okay.
Thank you. This one is a 1/16 ounce.
Okay.
And it has a braid like our Abino series.
Yep.
The uniqueness of this jig head is a braid swing like that.
Okay.
So braid swing like that.
Yep.
Means that this braid gives action.
So it's going to cause the bait to have more side to side. Okay.
Not like this, but subtle rolling
Understood.
action.
Okay.
So when I observing bait fish in the tank, the most part moving in the bait fish, small fish is little prey. Just
I see.
yeah. So I don't know what fish thinks, but this braid
designed to look like gill plates opening and closing. Interesting. Okay.
But lots of propeller type jig head in the market.
Right.
But that one is of course very good bait.
Sure.
But that one gives the metal noise.
Yeah, and it's already out. We don't need another one. So this is giving us something new.
Something new.
Something different.
So, gives more noise.
Yep.
And also gives action.
Yeah. Does it create a lot of noise or not a lot of noise?
Not
Because it's hitting the plastic, so it's not creating a lot of noise.
But still make some noise.
Some. Okay.
But the biggest strength is gives action.
Nice.
So this one our drop shot 2.5.
Yep.
Attach this one.
Yep.
Moving. Like
Okay, so it gives it lots of movement, even though the bait itself doesn't have a paddle. Okay, cool.
Also, if you put a small, tiny swing bait, tail of course moving, but also head makes action.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When is this going to be available?
This one before winter.
Oh, nice. Okay, so good timing.
Yeah.
Just 16th ounce, or is there going to be different
Just
sizes?
16 ounce.
One size.
One size.
Nice. I like it. Focused energy. Yeah. Okay.
Focused energy. So because I originally designed this head for steelhead fishing.
Oh wow.
For the bobber fishing.
Okay.
In the river.
Yep.
I put the bobber here and just shake and drift it and catch a small steelhead. That's why very stout hook on this one. But of course, this one catches lots of bass.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
This is perfect for all the bait nets.
Okay.
Yeah. When I started to use this one, I could catch more fish that I couldn't catch before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Excited for that one.
Yeah. Cool. Another I forget. He told me.
Yeah.
So this
good
one,
thing you have this guy over here, right?
This one is very good.
Keep the artist on track, right?
So this one is very good for live scope.
Okay.
Like a front-facing sonar because this blade reflecting the beam.
Okay.
So easy to find.
So even though it's really small, it's still going to show up on our graphs. Okay. All right.
It's okay.
I love it. Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Okay, and one more thing.
Okay.
I'm still struggling, but tiny simple.
Okay. Yeah, so we've been talking about this one for a couple years now. Yeah. So if you just heard what he said he's still struggling, right? So this is something that every bait brand can take notice to and pay attention to, is don't bring something out to market until it's right, right? So many times, and we've talked about this before, you'll spend years and years and years making it like, look at it, it drives him nuts. He's like, oh, so too many years.
But boy,
right. So, but there's a pride involved. He wants it to be right. When it lands in your hands, he wants it to be right. So thank you for taking your time and making sure that it's right. We know when we buy a Nishine bait,
thank you very much.
It's good. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to derail, but continue on.
Yeah.
How close are we?
It's almost final step.
Okay.
But trying to release this one.
Okay.
This year.
Okay.
I cannot promise at the fall, but I want to. Yeah.
We're gonna try.
Yeah, try.
Okay.
Try.
All right. So this is going to be obviously a downsized Simcoe.
Yes.
Yep. How heavy is this? Pretty light.
Yeah, it's
3/16.
Little lighter than this one. We have two model.
Okay.
But
oh, does it say on there? I can't read that. Come on.
Oh, me too.
Jeff.
So this one is a lighter model.
It's light. Yeah.
Lighter model, but we have a heavier model.
Okay.
Or we're gonna introduce a heavier model first.
Okay.
That one is almost quarter.
Okay.
Almost
nice.
quarter.
So it's easy castable size.
Yes. If we can achieve this model, 316.
Okay.
That range.
All right, nice. All right, this is going to be exciting. I love, during blade bait season, all the time, fish, we need smaller things. See what I'm doing? I'm just trying to bloody up your booth. Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and this one, last one,
okay.
the smelt head plus. Heavier model of smelt head. It has under blade. We have a 1.5, 1 ounce and 3/4, and 4 hook.
Yep.
Yeah, the 4 hook is very key to me.
Okay.
Because if hook is too big, I cannot put this kind of small profile swim bait.
Yep, understood.
Yeah.
Now I noticed that you're making a similar head with Daiwa.
Yes.
A much bigger one.
You already know that.
I know everything. Relax.
Today's first day for them.
Come on, I've known about this.
You are.
I'm watching you. So this is the same kind of concept, same design.
Yes.
There's going to be like deeper saltwater. This is going to be more focused on freshwater.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So this one good for freshwater.
Yep.
And Daiwa model it has a 7 small hook,
Yeah.
bigger hook. If you fish the salt water,
Yeah.
you mentioned before,
Yeah.
go Daiwa.
Could be an option.
Yeah,
okay, cool. It's cool to see you collabing with them. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
they also exactly same name as Smelthead.
Right.
Smelthead DX.
Yeah, DX. Yeah.
Smelthead DX.
Yeah. Well, this is cool. So, what do you think availability on this?
Already.
On your store already.
Oh, I already have it?
Yeah, store already. This 95 store.
I'm not the otaku anymore.
Just
I'm disappointed. Oh, it just shipped.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Relax. Don't you made me feel bad. I'm so sorry.
Smelthead is trademark.
Okay.
Trademark
Of Nishine. Yeah. Okay.
it says that Daiwa's package too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So apparently these will be available any day now.
Any day.
All right. Cool. I'm excited for this one. It'll be fun to be able to throw some heavier stuff in deeper water. Awesome. Oh, I like how you rigged this one too with the treble
So
hook instead of the blade.
Yeah. If you want to have the hook up ratio,
Yep.
this one sometime.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for my hero.
Oh, relax. I thought that was Griff, Namazu Master.
Oh, Namazu, he's
I didn't bring him. He wanted to fight everybody this year.
really?
So, yeah, we're just trying to keep it chill.
he's trying to sell the Namazu.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, thank
Yeah, I'll
you very
see you again soon. Thank
very
you
much. Thank
for
you.
making amazing stuff
Thank you
and
very
for
much.
always
I would-
taking the time.
Thank you.
All right, keep it up.
Thank you.
All right. All right, guys, so we are in the ZMan booth. A lot of new drops from ZMan, but the two that I've been getting a lot of just, I don't know, DMs and a lot of people talking about them, the Shadtron and the Graph Shads. So let's talk about this dude first. This is the new Graph Shads. Now, 9 gazillion different, jig head minnow type options right now, right? And this is just blowing up space in our industry. What's unique about this guy is you'll notice it's kind of a line through head and it ties at the bottom. So it's basically keeping the bait in the right direction. The knot's not going to slip forward or back or side to side. So you're going to have a true swim, which can be super important when you are using the forward-facing sonar. The bait's an elastomer bait. It has a lot of different features. Even within a small bait, there's a cavity up top where you could drop a rattle into. So I'm curious. I think it's going to be a really cool addition and something that a lot of us are going to probably throw using forward-facing sonar. So that's the Graph Shad. The other one is the Shadtron LT. Now this is a line through shad bait. It's available in 2 sizes. So I've got the 4-inch, actually a 4.5 and a 6. Okay, so 2 different sizes. Lots of really good color patterns from solids to clears to whites to naturals. But essentially this is a line through swim bait. Similar, Jeff and I were just talking about like the Defiant swim bait. Kind of set the mark with that kind of wedge tail, jig head, line through kind of design. Well, it's being implemented here again in the ZMan bait. So it is a line through with a jig head, so this will pull out. It's an elastomer body, so you've got that, Elastec material, so it's gonna have a lot of life, but it also has the ability to drop down to a bottom line through as well. So if you want a treble hook on the bottom instead of that jig hook up top, you have this capability as well. So I think it's a kind of a cool bait. I think it's something that a lot of us are going to be able to implement. So there you go, a couple new looks from ZMan. All right, and before we leave, there is also a new tungsten head chatterbait Evo. So this is a true tungsten head. So a lot of times when you have like, a jackhammer TG or some of those style baits, it's a tungsten resin. It's not like a true tungsten. So this is changing that. It's a true tungsten, so you're gonna get all the benefits of tungsten, a smaller head, a harder head. You're gonna get all that vibration and transmission to you, right, up the rod. So it's going to be interesting to see how we can implement it, but finally kind of a true tungsten chatterbait from ZMan, so that's also dropping this year. All right, we are at the owner booth, and everybody watching this is familiar with the owner range roller. This has been everybody watching, Jeff, not the one idiot filming. So the Range Roller has been the hottest strolling jig head maybe ever, right? Impossible to keep in stock, just an amazing all-around strolling head. But as this jig head minnow style fishing and mid-strolling is continually evolving, baits are changing, anglers want to try different things, bigger, smaller, wider, whatever. So the new round type head XL is dropping here at ICast. So now, just to show you a little side-by-side comparison, right? So now we have a strolling head that's capable of handling some of the larger plastics, right? So if you want to throw a 7-inch or an 8-inch Sakamata shad, maybe one of the larger super fish rollers that are coming down the pipe, anything like that, you now have a head that's capable of it. So you've got 4 sizes, 5 gram to 12 gram, and they're going to be available in a 4/0 and a 5/0 hook, so you can mix and match. So if you just need one for, say, a 6-inch plastic, you go with a 4/0, or if you want to go with a 7 or 8-inch plastic, now there's going to be an option for a true 5/0 hook in a strolling head, which is pretty cool. Okay, staying in owner for a minute. The multi-offset straight eye hook. Okay, now this is a cool addition. So here, let me just show you the hook, and then I'll show you why. I'm gonna ruin all your samples. You good with that? Okay, so the hook is basically a straight eye, short shank, wide gap style hook, okay? It's got a longer throat for holding the bait on there better, but just by turning that eye straight, does a few things. A, it allows it to always be tracking straight. The knot's never going to wander left or right. It's always going to be staying in a forward position. The shorter shank allows the bait to have more movement to it, right? So instead of using a longer shank hook that's going to basically prevent the bait from having movement, you've got a shorter shank that's going to add movement to your bait. But this also gives you the ability to add weight to it. You can do all kinds of stuff. So, you know, simply by clipping on a weight or twisting on a weight, now you could have a little, you know, Chica rig or whatever you want to do. Gives you lots of flexibility on that hook. So I'm excited for this style hook to come. Of course, it's in, you know, the grade coating, a crazy sharp point. So it's going to be a really good hook that a lot of you guys are going to use. Now, going back for a minute to the Range Roller and to the jig head. How about adding an underspin to your strolling options? What do you think, Jeff? Have you seen something like that?
Never in my life.
Okay, so the Ite shaft blade, I think is what it is. Blade? Ite shaft blade. Yes, I got it right. Okay, so essentially how this is going to come, it's going to come in a package like this. You have your choice of silver or gold, and it's an attachment that you can slide up onto the shank of the hook. You can go through the bait. It's going to attach to the hook and then out the bottom, and you're going to get an underspin on there. So it's a very quick way that you can just add a little bit of flash to your bait. If you don't want the flash anymore, you can detach it, pull it back out, and you've still got the bait. So a very easy way to change a bait from just a boring old strolling bait with no flash to something with some pizzazz to it. So I think that's going to be a really cool addition. So that is new. While we're on Ite snaps are also dropping, okay? And this is going to be really cool for you bait finesse guys. So, you know, one thing that I've vocalized is that in my aging, I can struggle to see the 2-pound and the 3-pound tying onto these tiny little finesse baits. So, you know, a quick snap like this is amazing because I can just tie one time to my snap. I can struggle through it, right? And then super easily just snap on and off with these baits. Boom, done, easy. So it's gonna come in 2 sizes, basically a small and a super small. So it's really gonna be focused at the smaller lures, bait finesse guys, trout guys. Pretty cool drops from owner. So I think we covered everything. We did. Let's keep it going. Do you guys know this guy? Introduce yourself. World
Jacob.
famous now.
Yeah, I don't know about that. My name's Jacob Walker. I'm from Marks Outdoors in Birmingham, Alabama. Just won the Lake Champlain Tackle Warehouse Invitational.
Hell yeah.
So I had to hit Ben up, get some juice for our next one. Hopefully make the Bass Pro Tour.
Well, you know, if Marks Outdoors carried some of this stuff, you wouldn't have to hit me up.
Well, I've been too busy fishing to order stuff, so we'll see. Maybe after this one we'll get hooked up.
Yeah, anytime you guys are in Birmingham, Marks is like the staple. So one of my favorite stores. I've been going there ever since I've been traveling. So
It's been around like 40-something years.
sadly, you'll probably have to see one of these knuckleheads in there if you go. But you know, that's the worst part of it. The selection's amazing. So
Yeah.
it's good to see you, dude. Hey, congratulations,
Yeah,
man!
appreciate it.
World famous Jacob Walker. Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
And this guy.
He's famous too. He worked so I could go. He was working so I could go win. So he gets part of it. He gets part of the credit.
And part of the check?
That's part of the check. None of the check.
None of the check? What? You got to make better deals, dude. You need an agent.
Yeah. No,
I'm the one he calls whenever he's like, hey, I need you to shoot me some baits.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. So we're the same. Hey, thirds. Thirds on this check. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Later. All right, an ICast tradition, hanging out with my friend John Sherman. John and I have known each other for a long time. Fished together a bunch of times. John is the Sims sales rep for basically the whole West Coast, but an unbelievable angler. So even though he wants to sell me every Sims item possibly known to man, he also knows which items are necessities and which items are, I don't know, not necessities, I guess. So I don't even know what I was talking about, Geoff, but let's talk about some of the new products.
First, we're going to talk about your hat. Are you now officially sponsored with Orion? Are you?
So,
have you landed that deal yet? I know you've been working on
I
it.
don't know why you have to bring up sore
it's
subjects,
fucked up.
John, but you know,
Are you serious?
I figure I come to ICast.
You're wearing the hat. I thought
Half the people around here are wearing jerseys that they're not sponsored by. I figured I would try to do the same thing, and maybe if an Orion representative's walking around, I could seal a deal.
Got it. Okay. That's
Yeah.
good to know. All right.
Yeah.
Just had to get that out of the way.
Yeah, and since you brought up a sore subject, I'm also wearing this nice Anetic hoodie inside the Sims
Black.
booth.
I bet that's super comfortable here in Florida.
It's nice because it's Anetic. It breathes, no problem. Yeah. Want to talk about some Sims?
Let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's do
all right.
that.
Where should we start?
Start at the best rain suit in the entire world.
It
Let's
is
go.
the most expensive, most ridiculous, but most amazing suit all at the same time.
Yeah.
All right.
When you have to be dry, you're in the most torrential downpours. There's no better suit.
Nobody wants to spend. Let's just get this out of the way. Do you remember when Pro Dry used to be $1,000? And everybody's like, that's insane, $1,000 set of rain gear. Then everybody bought it, and everybody lives in Pro Dry.
No,
What do you think?
no.
What do you think?
Like maybe 1,200? Higher. 1,250.
1,400.
How much is your milk cost these days? How much has that gone
Oh,
up?
so this is an inflation thing.
It is. It's a fabric thing.
I see.
a cost.
We
of
can
doing
just call it a coolness thing. It is what it is. We don't create the prices.
We don't.
It's $1,400. If you want the thing, it's $1,400. If you don't, get wet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We all live in this suit. It's ridiculous. We all agree it's ridiculous, but it's also an unbelievable suit. So let's walk through it. There's some changes, and this is super cool color. This is gonna look really good on me.
It will. Yeah.
Right, Matt?
Totally. You'll be
Brown.
down. It kits up with the
Flashes
black.
a little bit,
Yeah,
but
black
you know,
works.
we'll work it out.
First of all, it's Gore-Tex. So Gore-Tex is the most durable, breathable, waterproof laminate in the world. It's also chemically inert, so sunscreen, insect repellent, gasoline, nothing's gonna break down this fabric. So you're getting the best laminate around. Okay, it's a 3-layer laminate throughout, so very rugged, very durable. A lot of the other Gore-Tex suits are just 2-layer laminates with the backer, so this is gonna be more rugged, more durable. We took what you loved about old Pro Dry and what you didn't like so much about the newer Pro Dry, and we actually kind of brought it back to the core. We fixed the cuff, we dialed in the hood, we went back to the better suspender package. All those things we kind of redialed in. And I love this color. I think this is going to be
Well, it's super cool. Yeah, so, you know, colors have evolved, and Sims is notorious for evolving colors every single year. This year, clean. Black, brown.
That's right.
Yeah, no crazies, no oranges or greens or blues. Black or brown.
Yep.
And this one looks amazing.
Yeah. So waterproof zipper up the front, chest cargo pockets here, the same lens cleaning cloth that you've come to love from Sims is going to be in the wearer's pocket here, so you can clean your lenses when you're out in the water. Nice stand-up collar, fleece in the back, 3-way draw cord hood, so it's going to really stay on your head. It eliminates any kind of tunnel vision when you're ripping across your favorite lake. The cuff. So went back to the dry cup, truly waterproof cuff, without the face fabric coming over the edge. A lot of anglers were always struggling to get the jacket off, and they were having to peel out of it. Much more basic watertight cuff now, which is key. Heat transfer, light reflective logos for safety and low light. So if you're in a foggy environment, you light up like a beam of light where you should. So really dialed in there. It does have a internal pocket here, good spot for your smartphone, and then that driftwood colorway. So really clean, really cool design, and a great update to the jacket. Still has a kill switch tab on the bottom, so for safety, really dialed in. Now the suspender, we went back to that space netting suspender package, so much more comfortable, distributes weight across your shoulders better. It's the same material our astronauts use in their flight suits, so highly breathable, ultra comfortable out there. Hand warmer pockets that are fleece lined, keep you nice and toasty and warm. Chest cargo pocket here, does have an internal pocket as well. Kill switch tabs, reinforced with the heavier denier in the knee and on the seat for added durability where you need it the most. And then we have that ultra rugged cuff design here, so if you're stepping on your cuff, it's not going to beat up your suit. 2-way draw cord zipper, so you can access like a smartphone from the upper pocket, or you can zip it up all the way if you're getting on top of your favorite waterproof boot. Really well thought out. Stretch over the back panel here, so when you're moving with and you're making long casts, it's going to really conform to the body extremely well. So dialed it in, fixed the best things, kept the amazing waterproof laminate, and kind of went back to some of the favorites of ProDrive.
Yeah, you make it sound like a $1,400 suit.
And it is.
Yeah. All right.
And you stay dry.
That's right. The best part. All right, let's keep going. This is a new outer piece that I've been super excited about. This is like a no-brainer for bass guys, especially for like tournament guys that are in and out of live wells, or picking fish out of water, releasing fish back into water. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, so this is the Confluence hoodie. It's just a great weight. It's the perfect second piece. So it's your insulation layer, helps trap your body heat next to your skin, keeps you super toasty. It's a grit fleece, so it's really smooth on the exterior, but on the inside, you've got this high raised grid here, which traps your body heat. It's highly breathable as well. You got 2 chest cargo pockets, and then this stretch Polartec Lycra cuff down below. So if you are reaching into the water, grabbing a big bass, water doesn't wick up the sleeve, which is common in most fleece type pieces. So it'll keep the water where you need it there in the bottom. Great weight, it does have a nice traditional hood. Now this isn't gonna be the running hood that ProDry is.
Yeah, this is your there. Throw it up there.
Throw it up there.
Get your little protection.
But super comfortable. Great weight. I think it's going to work well in the Southwest. It'll work well in the Northeast. It's going to be part of your layering system if you're fishing some of the coldest environments, like when we were freezing our ass off in Wisconsin that one time.
Was it cold that time?
It was ice cold.
Do you remember that, Geoff?
I don't. I've blocked it from my memory.
Have your toes recovered yet?
What toes? I've had to replace them.
So, even in that environment, you can wear this and then go like fall run or additional puppy on top of it. But just a super versatile piece. Yeah, I'm still great second weight. I think this would be great. We got some really cool color here in that load-in.
Yeah, and the thing I love about the waffle is that it compresses down a lot too. So puffies, any of that waffle stuff, easy to store in your boat. So if you're in a place like where we are, where it's constantly layers, maybe 4 layers in the morning, and then you're in your Sims or a Netic shirt by the afternoon, it's nice, it's easy to store all that stuff. So
awesome.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
All right, staying on Sims, we got some creek stuff. So you guys know that creek fishing, bait finesse fishing, trout fishing, like, I'm passionate about it. This is maybe the most ridiculous stream fly fishing guy you're ever gonna talk to. So this is an improvement on something that needed to be done. So talk to us about this.
No doubt. So the trend within stream fishing has been getting lighter and lighter. When you get lighter and lighter, often you have durability concerns over time. We've seen that with some of the other prior boots. We're just not holding up as well as we wanted. So if we're going to put our name on it, we want it to hold up have the Sims durability that you come to expect, and still a really, really lightweight boot. And that's what we've done with our update to the flyweight. So we have the synthetic mesh upper here, which is incredibly rugged. We reinforce all the high wear areas with additional welds for added durability. You're going to orient the foot at the right angle to eliminate knee and back fatigue when you're on your feet all day long hiking. And then we updated the lug here, so you have more of a serrated edge lug, which improves traction by about 33% from the prior rubber that we had. So better wet and dry traction. You can throw cleats into the bottom of it if you are in that one of those really gnarly wading environments. You can see the cleat receptacle areas here. Yep. Star cleat or a hard bite stud, you can screw those down. It has a thermoplastic layer on the inside which accepts the cleat, locks it into place. Super rugged, super durable. So Vibram Hydro Grip rubber, a great river tread, comes with an extra set of laces. Cool. Still very, very lightweight, slightly heavier than the prior model, but when a lot more durable. Yeah, you're going to be able to.
Freshwater and saltwater safe?
You can, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Only thing we run into on the saltwater side, if you're in a boat, this rubber will mark a little bit. Not the best boat
but if you're
type.
A beach guy
would work. Yep,
it's not going to have any metal that you're going to have to worry about.
Yeah, there is some metal eyelets here, so not the greatest saltwater boot unless you wash it really thoroughly. Okay. Speaking of eyelets, we reinforced this here, so there's actually a TPU sleeve on the inside that you can't see here, but you can feel it's hard and rigid. It's not just that soft lace that would wear out over time. So we made some
get a lot of
pretty significant upgrades.
Cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. So okay,
$249.95.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Let's keep staying on this topic and let's talk about some of these packs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check them out. So Headwire pack series. So we wanted to come with a more water resistant fabric. So this is a highly weather resistant material. So you know, is it going to be waterproof if you're in a torrential downpour? No, but we do have a waterproof compartment on the inside, which I'll touch on. I love this backpack. I think we really hit it out of the park here. It's got a lot of really cool features. So you've got rod tube or water bottle storage on the side. You have an exterior pocket, great slot for like sunglasses. That's a really nice dialed in feature. And then you've got this roll top compartment here. So this compartment is waterproof. Okay. So you want to throw your camera in there, something that just can't get wet.
Yeah.
Or
your Orion hat.
Orion hat. If you are in an environment where you're hiking in all day and your boots got wet and you want to hike out in them and you're throwing on, say, hiking boots, you can throw the wet stuff in here as well. Okay. So this compartment is truly waterproof, and you can actually see when you pull out the dry bag on the inside here. Oh, stuffing. A lot more stuffing. More stuffing. But there's the dry bag. So you can see it's actually reinforced.
It's a big compartment. You can store a lot of stuff in
here.
Nice.
So totally watertight.
Okay.
So really nice feature there. So this all stuff's inside, and then the traditional roll top design. So
very cool.
Yeah, roll it down, cinch it down, and it's totally waterproof.
Keeps it tight.
Yeah, so then on the main compartment is actually accessed on the side. So how often are you in a backpack and you don't want to take this damn thing off?
Throw it here and get it.
Sling it right in front of you. So now you have the full access to the front. So this will allow you, your plano boxes are in here. All your favorite baits are located right on the inside. And you can kind of customize this compartment any way you want, which is a really slick design.
Very cool.
You have the perforated foam on the back, so if you're hot and sweaty and perspiring, it'll still stay dry, which is a really nice feature. And then additional accessory storage here on the side. Now this strap you can actually take off, so if you only want to wear just the backpack, you can do that. Okay. But it provides a little lumbar support, and if you are in a full day on the water type environment,
it's nice to have.
Nice to have. It just moves that weight off your body. So slick backpack.
And it looks clean.
Looks clean.
Yeah, it's like a throwback. Right? Yeah, the color, the styling, it looks really good. So yeah, I think this is a home run.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a sucker for bag. I'm a bag board.
Bags.
I gotta have all of them.
Gotta have them.
Yeah.
So we do with a lot of that same concept. Oh, there's also a hydration slot in there. So if you want to throw a bladder in there, we have a valve that slides over the top, so you can hydrate when you're on the water.
Cool.
Then our chest pack. So this is really cool. This is a great, like, I would say half day type of pack. If you're hiking in all day, you'll probably want something a little larger, but you've got a lot of those same styles and features. Big workbench here in the front. You can throw, if you're changing baits and you just want to let them dry out. This is removable too, so you can actually take it in and out. Just, you know, liter pocket there. And then you've got additional storage here in the lid as well. So a couple smaller boxes.
Some lunch boxes.
Yeah, water bottle holder underneath. Accessory storage on the side, and then you have this little mini backpack that actually has a hydration slot as well.
Oh, I see.
And then a pass-through pocket for a net right here too, so you can actually drop a net right in.
Little light bag, everything you need, all your essentials.
That's right.
All a normal person's essentials. I'd need like 8 of these packs for a like half day.
On the backpack, we do have a slot for a net too, which I didn't mention here. But just a great lightweight.
Yeah, looks good.
Little pack. And then the traditional waist pack, right? This is a lot of the same features, more storage. This might be more up your alley. You do have a water bottle slot on the side, the workbench in the front, larger compartment for larger bait storage.
More storage.
Loops on the side for attachments with like a carabiner or any other attachment you need there. And then same perforated foam on the back. Does have some neck support, which is removable. You didn't want it, you just want this full fanny pack style, you can get rid of that as well. And then storage on the side. Again, that killer color. That's the waist pack. And then the last one's the sling, right? So the sling is definitely super popular these days. We sell piles of slings. This is ambidextrous, so it can go over the left or the right shoulder.
Oh, nice.
You have this quick access where you can move it from one way to the other. Same net drop-in storage on the side. And then even more large or more bait box storage there throughout. So clean design. Awesome. Same workbench. Awesome headwater pack. Kind of hit this one out of the park. Pre-books have come in really strong on it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good series. I mean, Sims packs are always amazing, but this looks great. Feels good. So yeah. All right. ETA availability.
So these are January. New Pro Dry, October 15th. So that's coming right around the corner. We moved that up. You and I talked about it.
We actually got it during a good time.
Totally. Instead of bringing it in the spring,
you know,
we're bringing it in before it starts raining.
Very smart. Thank you.
I think we worked hard on that, so that's happening. Cool. Confluence, August 1. This is coming quickly, right around the horizon. This will be a fall drop, so we'll have it here. Shoot a couple weeks.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the time, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good luck with that sponsorship. I think you got it.
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. All right. That is it from Sims. Oh, and look who showed up. Are you wearing your Sims jersey?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Good to see you. How are you?
Good.
All right. You made that awkward.
Why?
Because you're late.
I was here.
Well, let's go play around.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's do something.
All right, let's go.
I need a beer.
All right, Geoff, we're in the Shimano booth. Now this is a booth that I've been excited to bring you guys to because fortunately, I've had my hands on some of these new additions and I've been kind of under wraps, couldn't say much, but this is one probably the most excited I am about any single piece in this show. This is the brand new 2024 Poison Adrena from Shimano. So Poison Adrena is a line of rods that's been in the Shimano lineup for many years. They have completely revamped it. New actions, new tapers, more designed for US applications, overall lighter, a new hollow carbon monocoque grip. Everything about these rods is improved, and at this price range, there's a lot of competition in that 400-ish price range, right? That $300 to $400. I'm going to go out on the limb and say it's probably my favorite rod in that category right now. Pretty expansive line. One of the challenges to Poison Adrena in the past is it's been kind of nichey, so you kind of had to find this for this or this for that, but not the case with this lineup. Tons of models, lots of casting, lots of spinning. There's even, they're staying with the trend. Everybody's looking for a good strolling rod. They've built a solid tip strolling rod. So, you've got the full backing of Shimano with warranties and everything like that, and it's super lightweight. So a very impressive lineup. I'm really excited to get these in your hands. Stay tuned for a lot more. We're going to do a full in-depth breakdown of this whole rod line for you guys, but I'm excited to finally get you a sneak peek. Now, staying on rods for another second, X-Pride, all of you guys know X-Pride's been a staple in the lineup for years. Also has a few new models. One of them that I'm super stoked about is this guy. It's the new 710 Heavy. It's a glass composite, so designed as a deep cranking rod. Now, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Orochi XX launcher. It's probably been, I mean, it's my favorite deep crankbait rod, right? We talk about it all the time. A lot of guys don't like the launcher because they find that it's too soft. Now, if you're one of those guys that like a little bit quicker rod, this is going to be the rod that you're going to want to keep your eyes on. It's priced in that similar price point, that sub $300 price point, but it's got give where it needs give, and then it's fast the rest of it. So lots of power with it. There's also a new 7.4 jig rod. There's also a 7.3 solid tip swim jig rod. Okay, and what's cool about the X-Pride solid tips is they've got that high power X wrapping over the top of it, so you're gonna have that improved durability. It's not just a hollow solid tip, it's got that reinforcement to it as well. So this is one that a lot of you guys in the South, in Alabama, do the Alabama shake with the swim jig. This is gonna be a really cool one because you finally have that solid tip in a swim jig rod. Zodius also, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna sneak really quick. All right, Zodius also has a new, it's not labeled bait finesse, but it's a bait finesse. It's a 7-foot light casting rod. This is going to be an amazing one for you guys that need a good solid bait finesse option for bigger water. Okay, so if you're out on the lake, but you want to throw a small little crankbait, it's giving you that nice versatility. It's going to be a really good hard bait rod. So look for that in the Zodius. Pretty stoked about Shimano rods, which I don't say very often at ICast. I might have never actually ever said that at ICast, but this is a big year for Shimano rods. A lot of improvements, and with the new Adrena lineup kind of complementing what we all love with the Ultima, it's a pretty amazing lineup now. Let's go look at some reels.
Talking about?
I don't know, you tell the people what we're talking about.
We can talk about whatever.
Introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I am Matt McKee with McKee Outdoors in Maryville, Tennessee.
Yeah, so if you guys are over in the Knoxville area, one of the nicest guys, a little bit crazy.
Slightly.
Right, but an amazing shop in the Knoxville area, so yeah, you guys check them out.
Thank you guys.
Good to see you, dude.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on. All right, one of my favorite topics, Shimano spinning rods.
Spinning rods?
Spinning reels. See? Let's start over.
And you should have left that.
Have you been studying? Did you hear that? Oh my gosh. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Yeah.
Shimano spinning reels.
Yeah.
One of my favorite topics.
Yeah.
Something that I love talking about.
By the way.
I do. In the store. Yeah. All right. This is, without question, the best-selling Shimano spinning reel, the Vanford. Now, it is getting a complete revamp. I gotta tell you, they didn't send me any samples for some reason, so I can't give you any first-hand experience.
I didn't have any.
But I can tell you, standing here in the space, it feels amazing. So essentially, it's a redesign. It's a much cleaner look, right? So they're keeping just enough hit of that red, but they've gone with more of the full carbon, so it's gonna match anything from an Adrena to an X-Pride to anything you wanna put this thing on. 4 new Stella Techs drop into it. So you're gonna get increased durability, you're gonna get increased smoothness, you've got the new fin on the bail, so you're gonna have more line control when it comes. You've got the new drag, so you've got that kind of same type of drag that would be like a carbon stacked, felt type drag that in Stella you have in this as well. So a lot of improvements in the Vanford. It's staying in that $250 price point, which is great. And I've got a 3000 in my hand. It weighs virtually nothing, which is great. So I think it's gonna be a huge success for them. ETA right now is like September 1st, so it's gonna be kind of a early fall release. I know if you guys are Shimano reel fans, this is one you're definitely going to want to add to your arsenal. If you're not, it might be, for the first time, maybe one that you want to take a look at. So that's the new Vanford from Shimano. All right, how about some Shimano lures?
Yeah.
Okay, the brand new Zamverno 115 MR. Okay, so a little bit longer, a little bit longer lip. It is designed with forward-facing sonar in mind. Okay, now you obviously don't have to use it like a jerkbait, right? But it is designed to have more of a vertical posture on the paws so that the forward-facing sonar can pick it up, read it better, you're gonna have a better signal, easier to follow your bait. So it's a true suspend out of the box. Of course, you guys can play with hooks and weights and do whatever you want if you want to make it float or sink, but it could be a really good addition to the forward-facing sonar baits in your arsenal. It is going to have, you know, the great boost technology, right? So you're just going to get something a little bit different. That's going to be the new 115 MR Zamverno. There's also some new color additions to the existing lineup of Shimano baits, and they're going with some matte finishes. Okay, so you're still going to get the boost inside, but you're going to get the matte finish colors. So you have things like Matte Pro Blue, OZ Shad, Macchiato. Okay, you chose this color, didn't you? Yeah. Macchiato. Is that your favorite? Yeah, so a high zoot bougie color. So cool to see some of these matte finishes come in. I'm a sucker for them. So look for those all to drop this fall from Shimano.
Oh.
What's going on?
You know more about this than even he does. And he's a tackle otaku.
One of the most exciting products that I guess we've all been waiting for is the new Koi Fujina. Let me try that again. Koi Fujina. I got this.
There's no second takes.
Yeah, it's a one-take Jake here.
All right, ready? All right, he fucked me up.
Dude, are we starting from the beginning?
No.
Just get him out of here. Ready?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, guys, a product I'm super excited about. That is the new Jackall counterback spoon. Koi Fujita spent a lot of time designing this bait. We've been super lucky. Ben brought us some back, and we've been playing with it. We got a video coming out on it, you know, talking about all the specs. Super unique, non-traditional, you know, look to this bait with a new deal called back gliding action. So when you are, you know, picking up and dropping this bait, it's going to back glide and stay in that cone angle of your forward facing sonar. Also going to give them a new, you know, where a traditional flutter spoon falls this way, this thing is going to back glide towards the fish. You know, super high end components, really good hook. You're going to be able to fish it right out of the box. One I'm super stoked for and to learn more about. What did I miss?
You seem so excited.
I'm like thinking about it. Yeah.
That was a lot of energy for your head. Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you for being a part of this.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, we are at the Sunline booth. We've already shown you guys the majority of these new drops, or all of these new drops, if you're up to speed on our What's New videos, but just to make sure that you do know, two new saltwater focused braids from Sunline. There's the Infinitive XAPE and there's the Mega Slam. So basically these are designed for two different saltwater applications. The Infinitive is going to be a jigging designed braid. So it's going to be basically no stretch, super abrasion resistant, built for, you know, that saltwater jigging up and down, metered so it's easy to know where you are. The Mega Slam is specifically designed for casting reels, big heavy saltwater baits, so a big tuna popper, just any of that stuff, a big heavy iron, something that you just have to heave out there. It's got a little bit more built-in stretch to it. It's going to take a little bit more abuse on the heavy weight back and forth from the rod. And then of course, you know, their big launch is something that you guys already are fishing, and that's the Sunline All Might braid, which is that cord braid that we're all using on our spinning rods. So there you go. Moving on, Geoff. All right, a quick dirty jigs. We're walking by and I noticed that they had them sitting out. So they have worked with Tactical Bassin to do, you know, this guppy head. Obviously they have a new tungsten HD version. So it's a tungsten head, a heavier duty hook. It's going to be designed for, you know, deeper water, smaller profile, bigger fish, right? So everybody loves tungsten. So you just got a heavier duty hook, full tungsten head. There you go. Whoa. Not the most revolutionary, but certainly something that's probably worth adding to everybody's arsenal. So those are dropping now from Dirty Jigs. Really?
Monster snook.
Where are you? Are you here?
I'm in Jupiter.
Jupiter, Florida.
I'm in Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah.
So catching a whole lot of big snook, whole lot of I kind of lay low on them now because they're spawning.
Yeah.
So I catch Cabrera snapper.
Oh, nice.
And a bunch of your stuff you use for fresh water, I'm transitioning to salt water.
That's pretty cool,
Now,
man.
I can't think of one thing you guys did. It was this blade. I can't think of the name of it right now. But the snakeheads love it.
Interesting.
Oh
So you're not just saltwater.
Well, yeah.
You're just fun fishing.
It's fun fishing.
I like it. I like it,
fun
man.
fishing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm getting a lot of ideas from you guys.
Yeah,
man.
cool, man.
You know, I can't afford all that depth stuff. You know,
Well,
or
you know.
the DTR, the RT.
Yeah.
Reel.
Yep.
Basically, I base a lot of my rods off of seeing the reels that you guys are using.
Nice, man.
Getting
Nice.
them made.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, cool. Well, hey, it's
All
good
right,
to see you
man.
again,
Have a good
dude.
one.
Yeah, have a good show, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, listen up. I'm going to teach you something about glide baits. Okay? You listening? I'm basically the glide bait king. Okay, Ben the King is here. The first ever ABS glide from Bucca is coming. So this is a pretty cool collab. So Bucca, part of GSM now. This is a ABS version. It's got 6-inch. It's going to come in 10 colors. And a lot of the same features that are in Bucca's original baits are in this. They worked really hard to get the gliding to be almost identical to the resin baits, but you can still get the swiveled hook hangers. It does have a detachable tail, and it does come with an extra tail as well in the box. So, you know, shad glides, all the trend. A 6-inch is an easy one for a tournament guy, for a pond fisherman, for a shore fisherman. It's kind of the perfect, like, let's get bit size. So pretty excited for it. 39 bucks too, so it's a pretty good price. I think this is going to be a winner for them. So October is the ETA right now, but pretty stoked to see that, and all the colors look pretty good so far. So there you go, Bucca, new glide. All right, tell the people who you are and what store do you run?
I'm Jake Byron with Tulsa Tackle and Outdoors, so we're a pretty JDM heavy shop in the Tulsa area in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
so
right on. One of the nicer guys in fishing, super dope shop in Oklahoma. So if you guys are ever up that way, make sure you stop by Tulsa.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Good to see you, dude. Yeah, have a good show, okay? All right, see you, brother. All right, we are in the Ryugi space, and a handful of new items from Ryugi. One that I've been getting asked about a lot. Can you see that hook, Geoff?
Just hold it still and I can maybe try and focus.
That is the
There it
slide pierce.
Why is it so small?
Okay, I don't know. They gave me the smallest size to sample. Here, I'll tell you what. Stay right there.
Talk to me nice.
Here's one rigged.
Ooh.
Okay,
Whoa.
so you can see that what's happening here is you've got the little barb, similar to like a rebarb or a cover shot, right? But a little different shape hook. So it's really designed as a backglide bait. So if this was on a backglide bait, the hook, the eye tie is on the top of the bait so that it goes away. But some guys are using it as a strolling alternative too, to where you have that 90-degree eye. So lots of things we can do with it. Just gives us another hook option. So pretty cool. I'm excited for that. Fall release, by the way, on that guy. I threw everything in my hands. I don't know what I got. All right, the Miradama. This is just a little buffer for a free rig. So basically just a small little ball that you can cover your knot with, and then your free rig weight's not banging into your knot. I don't really ever use these balls. I've never experienced a problem. Some people do, and they like the ball. So if you like balls, like he does, then this would be a good one for you guys to get. One of my favorite, like, must-have things. I know. I just did the same thing. So the tungsten football head from Ryugi is like a must-have. We sell gazillions of them. They discontinued them so that they could improve it. So what this is, you know, everybody knows about swing heads, right? This is kind of a build your own swing head, but in a tungsten version. So Decoy makes something similar to this, but in a lead. This is a true tungsten. They made this snap easier to pull in and out, and you attach your own hook to it, then you have a built-in swing head. So it's a super dope thing. It's something that everybody should have in their arsenal. This will be back this fall, thank God. One more thing, Talisman Brutal. I'm gonna put this sample in my pocket before somebody takes it. All right, Talisman Brutal. This is, so Talisman hook is kind of like a, pretty much almost become the standard, I would say, for wacky rig, nose hook, drop shot, that kind of stuff. They are making a larger version all the way up to 4/0. So if you guys are looking for a stouter hook for throwing a larger wacky rig, maybe you're throwing a 7-inch Senko or something like that, that's just a bigger option. Also makes a great drop shot hook, maybe not in the 4/0 or maybe in the 4/0. Hopefully, if you live somewhere good, you need this. This will just be a nice kind of addition to the hook line. So all those are expected this fall from Ryugi. Goodbye, Geoff. All right, Geoff, we're in BKK, and I've got something that completely fits my OCD-ness. This is the OCD Tackle Assortment Kit. I know that's not the actual name. It's the OCD Tackle System. I was actually pretty close. The OCD Tackle System.
Holy smokes.
All right, so they have a whole new line of hooks coming out that's made out of hyper steel. They're calling it Armor Point. So hyper steel, stronger, smoother, basically a coated steel. This is going to be offered as an empty box where you can put whatever hooks you want right on it, or you could get the fully loaded version like this, and it comes with all, basically every hook in every size that they make in this. $300 to have it fully loaded, or I think like 40 or 50 bucks to have it empty, and you can put whatever you want. So this is kind of cool. It's all pre-designed. Every time I've done this, I'm so proud of myself when I OCD, and then I go fishing like one day and I got fucking shit everywhere, and it never looks like this again. But if you're good at it, this is something that might be worthwhile. If you wanted to check out these, I'm just gonna rip it out. Nobody's looking. All right, let's tear this shit out. All right, they have a new, basically a rebarb coming out, so another cover shot version that'll be a weedless drop shot. They also have had in their lineup some nose hook drop shots, but they're also going to make those out of the new hyper steel, so they're going to be a little stronger, more coated. And they've got a whole lineup from flipping hooks to swim bait hooks. They have a new forward-facing sonar technology, right? So this is always cracking me up. Basically, a larger weight that you can twist on that's going to give your bait more volume in the head to supposedly be detected more. So I don't know, maybe there's something to it, maybe there's not. But what I like about this is that you can twist it off and you can add it to a different hook. You can put different weights on there, so you want a lighter weight, a heavier weight. The packs are going to come with multiple weights, which is smart thinking. So there you go. There is the new drip from BKK. Exciting stuff. So,
and how many do you have to buy to get a better deal?
I think I found the Mecha. I've got Elements Da Vinci's, but they're not. I've got Lucky Craft Goldfish, but they're not. I've got Battalions. I've got Anitas. I've got Arma Joints. All bootleg.
Isn't that the
Vizelle from Imakatsu? Yeah. All bootleg.
Hey.
So these are just replicas, or?
It's mostly replicas.
Yeah. But you're selling under a different label, or what?
Yeah, for the OEM, different labels.
Okay. So, like, this is something that you label yourself, or this is something, this is like an Elements bait?
It's a Elements bait. It's
right.
For samples, you want a different type, different different style, different design, so we can do it.
So you could make it however I wanted it.
Yeah.
I see. So I could take this armor joint and whatever I want,
Yeah,
you could make.
We can make starting mold and long manufacturing. Yeah, also.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, this Megabass Battalion, I could make it. Like, what would I do with this if I wanted my own battalion? Ben's battalion. You could just make this a different color, or
Yeah, we can.
my own package.
Yeah, your own package, your what color, your design.
Yeah.
Is possible. So
And
we
it
can-
could look just like this.
Yeah, just like that.
Wow.
Maybe if want to change a little bit, so we have to mold, starting mold,
Yeah.
and starting paint.
Yeah. But if I didn't want to change anything and I wanted to leave it just like this, no problem.
Yeah, design, exactly.
No problem. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're in the
The Yamatanuki
I was
booth.
about to say that. Do it. Yamamoto. Oh yeah, we're rolling, man.
Oh, we are?
We're hot.
Oh.
You look so
You're
good.
supposed to give me like a signal.
Oh, no.
Relax. It's not even beer time yet, weirdo.
Let me talk about this.
All right, we are. People want to actually get the right
They
info.
want to learn something.
Yeah.
It's not
We're in the Yamatanuki booth. How's that, Geoff? All right, we're at Yamamoto. New drops. Okay. Here is the theme of Yamamoto this year. New. More. New. More.
More is better, right?
Okay. Some things that I think are actually creative.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start right here. Nookie bunk.
Yeah.
Now, the Yamatanuki,
Popular.
very popular, right? Cover scat style, that high density, fast singing plastic. Well, they basically have cut the little, ding-a-lang off of it,
ding-a-lang.
put a couple of claws on it,
Right.
and now you have a craw. Okay?
Is that how that works
a
normally?
bug. So it's a Nuki bug, even though it's a Nuki craw.
Right.
So, but it's a high density craw, so you could fish it weightless. It's going to sink down faster, have like similar like a Senko, maybe a little faster sink, but you actually get those claws or bug things to move, right? Julius, what say you?
That was
good?
such a great description.
Oh, I'm good at this, Geoff.
Punch bait.
Okay, thanks, Julius. All right.
They're just putting claws on.
We're done with you. The covert craw, okay? Small little 2-inch guy. Now, this has been actually on the market for a while in Japan, okay?
Right.
But here we have it here in the US. So this is kind of combining Geoff's love of the bug world
Yeah, that's me.
with, craws. So it's funny that this looks more like a bug, but it's a craw.
Right.
And the craw is called a bug. So, marketing team, I am available for consultation.
Right.
But here you go. It's pretty small. You can drop shot it. You can put it on a little Ned head. You can, I think that's pretty much about it. I mean, it's small, Geoff. It's 2 inches. What do you want to do with it? Okay? So,
You can't mid-stroll with it?
all right. You can mid-stroll with anything, Geoff. Forward-facing sonar guys are going to love this. It's going to show up like absolutely nothing. Okay. Now we're into the more category, where I'm not sure that we really need any of this stuff. But here's what we got.
Paddle tail swim bait.
No, this is a shad-shaped worm swimmer.
Can you stroll it?
Okay? You can stroll anything, Joyce. So it's a paddle tail shad-shaped worm. I don't know that we need another paddle tail. It's obviously going to work.
I think we did need another one.
Okay, we did. So important. So this is going to be in a variety of sizes. Also, Yamamoto has developed some more like clear colors. Okay, you're going to see them push that a lot. New sizes in scope shad. I know you're excited for this. So for you forward-facing sonar guys, how much have we said that today? So for all of you Yamamoto sponsored pros that have to throw the scope shad, there's 2 new sizes, okay? For all of you non-Yamamoto sponsored pros that don't actually ever throw the scope shad, because you're throwing the Sakamata shad, there's 2 new sizes.
Maybe they should add fins.
Okay. Thank you, Joyce.
Senko.
A fat Senko, but in a 4-inch size. Okay?
Right.
So, yeah, again, more
Can you break
skews.
down the Senko for me? What does it do? I feel like it's kind of a newer bait.
On forward-facing sonar,
Does it back on?
you see it fall like this. So now it's just a fatter version, so it shows up easier on the forward-facing sonar. Okay, I'm glad we came here, and I'm glad we made this segment.
It doesn't want to go home.
There's Yamamoto. Okay, goodbye. Oh yeah, I've got it on lock now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd bring a Pelican case
And just hand it out?
Yeah, ship it.
Oh, ship it.
Ship it
Yeah,
here.
that would have been smart. Yeah.
Or have an Ori in the booth next year.
Everybody here in Florida only has bottles. So I need to find the draft, you know? Just struggling.
That's great.
Yeah. How are you guys?
We're doing good.
Good.
You're really good.
All right, guys, so we just finished wrapping at the actual show, and you know, every year I get the same questions every year, right? Where's Megabass? Where's Deps? Where's OSP? Like, where are all the brands that I actually like, right there at the show? Well, you know, that show has made it virtually impossible for a small brand to be involved. It's just too expensive. You got to pay revenue in all year. And what sense does it make, right? The consumers aren't coming. Social media is so easy to get the word out. So what I wanted to do this year is I wanted to bring the new items from all those brands so you can see the late summer and fall releases from those brands, since those are the brands I care about and those are brands you care about. So let's dive in, Geoff. We're going to start right here with some new releases from Teckel. Now, we've been teasing these for a couple of, well, almost a year, I would say. We've had these for the last couple of months. We've really been teasing these hard. There's 3 new hard baits from Teckel. Now, if you add the Max Squeaker in there, that's 4 new baits this year that Teckel has dropped, which is unheard of from them. So we're going to start here. This is the Teckel Slash Kicker. Now, many of you will recognize this as the one that is no longer in existence. This is a bait that Hideki made years ago, pulled it off the market, revamped it with the original mold, but changed the plastic to the special proprietary material that's in Kick Knocker. So it's going to have the same sound and same buoyancy as Kick Knocker, but in this amazing pencil popper. So Slash Kicker, one of the best pencil poppers on the market, comes with these little feathers here that are kind of cool, but they'll eventually fall off. But really what it does is it just has this incredible walk and gives you just a different look on top of the water. If you guys are fans of Kick Knocker, the Slash Kicker is like a must-have addition. So these are going to be dropping in August, towards end of August. Let's just say September 1st, actually. Let's just call it there. So end of August, early September, the Slash Kicker will be here. Now, staying on the Kick Knocker idea, how about a Kick Knocker Big Dog? So this is the largest Kick Knocker that they have ever made. I'm going to give you an idea here. Here's the Slash Kicker. There's the Kick Knocker Big Dog. So a full-size Kick Knocker. This is going to be a bait that is going to, you know, be in that next category bait, like with a Mega Dog X. The nice thing about this, though, is that, well, they eat the shit out of it. And you can throw it on normal gear. You don't have to buy a bunch of upsized stuff. It's not this big, giant 3-ounce bait that's hard to walk. You can throw it on your normal Kick Knocker rod. It walks amazing, and the fish smoke it. So, you know, the first time we had it out, we were catching largemouth on it. We've got smallmouth, largemouth, everything eats it. It's gonna be available in all the special Teckel colors, plus we're doing some special run colors in this guy as well. So again, same ETA, end of August, early September on that. And then finally from Teckel, there is a new Kick Knocker Pup Spec 2. So they have added an additional weight in the back so that on the paws, the traditional Kick Knocker Pup kind of sits like this on the paws. This one is going to kind of sit like this on the paws. So it's going to sink that lower end a little bit further. What that's going to allow you to do is going to allow you to walk it and give yourself a couple of twitches and then pause and then let that back end sink down, twitch it again, let that back end sink down. It will also allow you to work it through rougher water. So as many of you know, Kick Knocker is an amazing bait for waves. Pup kind of gets blown out. So this will give you an option to fish in rougher water and keep your profile down. Pup to Big Dog, pretty big difference, right? So there you go, 3 new baits dropping from Teckel. And again, this is gonna be, you know, early September release. Very, very cool. new additions from Teckel. All right, let's jump over to Megabass, because I know everybody wants to see the new Megabass. So, many things coming actually this fall from Megabass, and I can't spoil all of them for you, but one thing I am going to spoil for you is the addition of new trout baits in their great hunting line. Now, before I lose any of you, all you bass guys pay attention. These are not your traditional trout baits, okay? They are doing great hunting 110s. Okay, now this is an Edo Vision 110. The only difference between this and an Edo Vision 110 is that they have changed the hooks to be round bend trebles. So gone are the Katsuagi out barbs, in are round bend trebles, and then they are making it in, I believe, 20 different colors, specifically geared towards trout and trout eaters, but some of these colors are unbelievable. Here's a fine art brown trout. I mean, this is one of the coolest colors. What do you think about that, Geoff?
That one's sick.
Yeah, so, you know, we've got fine art brown trout, we have fine art Amago, like another sick one, right? So, and then a ton of colors, really, really good color runs in there for you guys. This is gonna be a huge hit. Even if you're just a bass guy that never sees a trout, it's a Edo Vision 110, so you're gonna love it, right? So, just in the great hunting packaging. So that's going to be dropping next month. So this is an August release from Megabass, so those are coming. In the same colors, they're also doing the Great Hunting 120. Okay, so this used to be called the X120, okay, which is a bait that we've sold for a long time. This is a bait that's going to be, I would say, designed more for lake fishing. Okay, big water, still water. It's an elongated jerkbait, smaller lip. It's more of kind of a cast and like retrieve and then maybe just twitch every once in a while, and it's gonna give you like some really good kind of flashing motion. Very, very effective still water bait. Again, it's a bass lure that's just going to be in a trout package with some cool colors. If you're a trout guy, it should work great. If you're a bass guy, it's gonna work great as well. And then finally, from Megabass, the Great Hunting 95, otherwise known as the Vision 95 that you guys are used to. Again, and all of those colorways are going to drop down into this. If you guys aren't familiar with the Vision 95, X95, Great Hunting 95, this is a jerkbait that is designed to have a shift on the pause, okay? So most jerkbaits you twitch, and when you stop twitching, they stop. This is a bait that when you twitch, it kind of rotates and continues to kind of shimmy a little bit on the pause. Very, very unique action, a very deadly bait. Should be a really nice addition from Megabass into everybody's lineup. All right, let's spend some time with maybe the hottest bait of the year, the Deps Sakamata shad, right? You've probably heard way too much of it. We just saw 9 gazillion minnow jig head things in ICast, right? Well, the Sakamata shad line is expanding into smaller size. I introduced to you the ridiculously tiny Deps 2-inch Sakamata shad. Okay, now, I thought I brought something to compare it to, but here's a kick knocker pup. There's a 2-inch Sakamata shad. Pretty freaking small. Let me see if I can take one out of the package and I'll show you how tiny this is. Now, this is going to be virtually impossible to stroll. I don't know how anybody's gonna stroll this. So you strollers, don't get overly excited. There's really just nothing to it, right? So there's my thumb. There's the Sakamata shad. Okay, so this is ultra, ultra finesse. This could be a bait finesse thing. This could be a crappie thing. This could be a bass thing, of course, when they're feeding on really tiny fry, very small bait fish, but there's not a lot of body to this. So you're gonna be able to hover stroll it if you downsize into like a size 4 or 5 hover stroll hook. Or Zappu is finally bringing to market this released at the Osaka show earlier this year, finally the Micro Breddy. Okay, so this is designed for fishing tiny little baits like this. So the Micro Breddy is basically an underspin built for tiny little finesse plastics. Let me take one out of the package. All right, so here is that guy. You can see it's a lot of lead, it's an underspin, and then it's got that tiny, tiny little hook on it, right? So you could take this little Sakamata shad and you can rig it up on there, and then you would have this little nice kind of cute little underspin that could be super finessey. So something like that would be a perfect addition, like a good 1-2 punch. And so that's kind of what their thought was to kind of combine those two. But you're gonna find a lot of uses for it that I'm not thinking of, so I'm curious to see what kind of rabbit holes you can go down with such a small little dude, but that is going to be releasing this fall from Deps. Okay, let's jump over to OSP. Lots of exciting stuff from OSP. I'm gonna dive right in. So a bait that the first time I saw, I thought they were nuts. I thought they were crazy. I think you were there the first time they pulled this out, right, Geoff? Like, what in the world are you thinking? But now that we've had them in our hands, we've had some time with them, we understand the process, this is a bait that's gonna surprise some people. This is the brand new OSP duckbill. Now, duckbill is gonna be available in a ton of colors. There's gonna be, you know, reds and shads and blacks and chartreuses. So, you know, full color line in this guy. But let me take this out so you can get the full effect of what I got when they introduced it to me. There is a look at the duckbill. So it is a crankbait, obviously, but with no lip. So it's a new lipless crankbait. It's basically built into the head. It looks like an old like walleye diver kind of thing. But what the design of this is for is it basically gives you the ability to have a bait that kind of hunts and has these really kind of erratic walks at a very slow pace. Okay, so you can just barely turn the handle, and this bait is basically walking side to side and creating a big commotion without moving far out of the fish's distance. Now, you can fish it quick. You can certainly do that. You can, it's a high float bait, so if you fish it very slow with your rod tip up, it wakes and it creates a big wake. If you put your rod tip down, it will dive subsurface. Geoff, you were able to get it to walk pretty good in the tank there. So, I mean, you can literally fish it like a glide bait, you know, twitch the rod tip and get the thing to walk. Lots of applications with this bait. I'm really curious to see how it plays here in the US and to see what you guys do with it. So, a crazy looking bait. It's pretty wild, but it's also pretty cool and it's kind of fun. So kind of a new take on a throwback idea from OSP, that is the duckbill. Now, OSP is also coming out this fall with a brand new bait called the Ebby Dance. Now, I should say, duckbills, Ebby Dance, we're gonna do an early release on these maybe as soon as next week. Okay, so if they speak to you, keep your eyes peeled. These will be coming down the pipe very soon. Ebby Dance is a soft plastic topwater bait designed, it kind of looks, it's kind of a shrimpy look to it, right? Kind of looks like a, I don't know, shrimp body in a way. But it's designed to be a soft plastic walking bait. Okay, so you can rig this with a, you know, 2-watt hook, and you can put it wherever you want to put it. Fish it over grass, fish it around toolies, you know, put it anywhere where you wouldn't normally put a walking topwater bait, and now you have a weedless topwater bait. It's going to come in pretty much just these solid type colors. This is a solid chartreuse, there's a white, there's a black, there's a pink. So very simple, straightforward colors. It's a new plastic material that's very durable, that's very buoyant. It's not a elastomer. It's just a very durable new material that OSP has been working on. So you don't have to worry about them melting and that kind of stuff. But a very cool little just finesse topwater bait for you guys. That is the Ebby Dance. That is also coming this fall. Staying on OSP, the Blitz Magnum EXDR is going to get some color refreshes. Okay, they're also going to make these in the SR again, which is great because we haven't had the SR in a long time. So Matte Funa, Matte Chartreuse back, Real Gill, both are going to become core colors in the Blitz Magnum EXDR for OSP this fall. Speaking of colors, the hookup has a couple of special color drops also happening this fall. So I know all the rage has been about OSP dice, all right? Saikoro rubber, dice rubber. We have a very special color that we are going to be dropping this weekend, actually, in the dice rubber. This is Fred's Candy, okay? Now, Fred's Candy, I took Fred, which is green pumpkin, purple copper, and I took Otaku's Candy, which is basically watermelon candy, and I combined them into a dice color. Okay, so the body of the dice is Otaku's Candy. The legs of the skirt is Fred. So you get the best of both worlds. It's a little crazy. You got the sparkle, you got the green pumpkin, you got everything you need in a dice. It's gonna be available in the max salt and the non-salt, so you guys can choose which sink rate that you want. This is gonna catch a gazillion fish. I'm excited for this one. And we've just been run over on dice. So it'd be great to get some dice back in your guys' hands. So that is new on the dice front. We also have a couple of colors of beavers and craws. This first color is a color that I've been working on for over a year, almost actually 2 years with OSP. And this is finally a peanut butter and jelly color in the beaver and the Doe Life cross. This is going to come in a 3-inch and 4-inch craw, as well as the 3.5 and 4-inch beaver. Jelly craw is essentially margarita mutilator from RoboWorm. Okay, I'm not an idiot. They made probably the best peanut butter and jelly color ever. I took inspiration from it. Okay, so we've got a brown bottom. We have the clear purple back. We have red flake. It's just a perfect kind of brown and purple color, which OSP desperately needed in their lineup. So this should be a great addition for you guys for clear water. The 4-inch size for flipping, the 3.5, and the craws obviously for more finesse stuff. So look for that to come. And then also, Griff has also been working on his own signature series color from OSP that is also dropping, and this is Jerome. Okay, so we have Fred, we have Fred's Candy, now we have Jerome. So Jerome, Griff basically blended two of his favorite colors. He went with a smoky black back with red flake, and then his favorite color, that dark cinnamon blue flake on the bottom, and basically combined the two colors together to create a very unique crawl pattern. It's just going to have a darker back, a lighter belly. You get both the red and the blue flake hits depending on how that bait moves. It's kind of like a California 420 with a little bit of a twist on it. So pretty excited to get these to you guys and to get them in Griff's hands. He's been catching a ton of fish on them. So that is Jerome, also dropping very soon. All right, Raid Japan. They have been really making a ton of amazing things, and they have a strolling. Just because I haven't talked about strolling in a while, I wanted to bring this out. They have a brand new strolling A-rig that will be dropping late this fall called the Ghost Wire. Okay, now this one's rigged because we've been playing with it, just making sure we understand everything there is to do with it. But this will come in a few different variations of arm length and blade combinations. Now, all these blades on this one are designed, they're plastic. They have little, flash in them. And this rig is designed specifically for strolling. Okay, now, the Raid guys mainly stroll from shore with this. They'll throw it out there, and as you shake it, these blades move back and forth. And because it's a plastic blade, it's a pretty light rig all the way around, very easy to throw. But if you forward-facing sonar guys want to implement it, super easy, right? Just add a little bit extra weight back here, and you can sink this down, and then you have a whole rig that's strollable. They're also going to make one with no blades that you can add bodies on, so that you could have a full pack of baits on there strolling back and forth. It really is the ultimate perfect strolling rig. That's called the Ghost Wire. That'll be coming late fall, early winter from Raid. Staying on Raid for one more second, the Raid fish roller has been right there with Sakamata shad, I would say, right? Well, we did a custom color in the Osakana slide called Game Over. we are expanding that into the Raid fish roller as well. And this will be a late summer, early fall release. So Game Over, which is just a beautiful white pearl color, a little smoky eye, a little orange on the belly. This will be coming down the pipe in the Range fish roller 4-inch, followed by the Super fish roller probably early spring. Okay, so that's a pretty cool addition, custom color for our shop as well from Raid. All right, jumping over to Duo really quick. A couple of cool drops from Duo. So earlier this year, they dropped this guy, which was the Dead Drift 100, right? So designed to basically look like a dead fish on the surface and just kind of drift around down through current or whatever. You could pop it, create a little action. Well, they also have a Dead Drift 95. So a little bit shorter, but it changed profile. So now it's going to have more of this bluegill profile. Same idea, where it's designed to float on the surface. You can pop it and it will kind of swim like one last kick and then kind of float back up and then drift around. And then this tail segment here, the hook is buried in that soft plastic tail. So everything just kind of looks very natural. A really cool idea, kind of a new way to fish from Duo, just with the drifting. So that's going to be coming basically any day now from Duo. Almost the same shape, but in a sinking swim bait style is the Duo Snappy Crappie. Okay, now we don't see a lot of crappie swim baits, Jeff. We see a lot of bluegills, see a lot of shads, right? This is a snappy crappie, multi-joint, designed to swim. Doesn't really walk, it's not really a glide bait, it's more of just a snappy kind of swim. It can be a slow sink or a slow float. Just gonna give you a really good option for a downsized profile, bluegill profile, crappie profile, obviously, could be a big shad. So cool addition for them. And then finally, you know, BR heads and BR fish have been all the rage, right? So this is the winding, you know, BR fish, BR head. Well, the fish have only been offered in a 3-inch size. Well, Duo is expanding that this year into a 4-inch and a 5-inch size. So we're gonna get longer sizes, we're gonna have bigger sizes. They're also going to expand their hook lineup and their jig head lineup to match that as well. So look for those coming late 2024, early 2025. Those are gonna be really key additions. And then finally from Lucky Craft, you know, we launched these a few weeks ago with you guys, but the forward-facing sonar trend is just, it's impossible to not make baits for, not to try to target. So they have new sonar series of Lightning Pointer 100 DDs and Lightning Staysee 110s. So these are gonna be available in both sinking and suspending. Basically, the claim to fame with these bad boys is that they have an incredible internal weight system. You even see it on the side. So the Staysee has 5 internal weight transfer balls. The Lightning Pointer 4. So they're all attached via magnets. So when they're attached and the bait's moving, you're not hearing a lot of sound, right? It's pretty subtle. It's not 5 giant things moving. But when you go to cast it, they all shift to the back. So casting accuracy is super accurate on a long cast. Even on a short little toss, you can toss it and it's gonna take you right to the target. So one of the biggest things forward-facing sonar is just accuracy, making sure you can hit your target. The bait is going to sit in a horizontal position. We talked about this earlier in the Shimano booth with the Zamverno 115. This is allowing the sonar to pick up more of the bait versus a, you know, true side suspending. The slow sink, by the way, is a very slow sink. So it's super easy to control. So as it comes out of package, it's going to sink kind of like this. So if you're trying to get this thing in 25 feet, it's gonna take you a long time. So you might wanna just upsize your hooks one size, comes with a size 6. You could go to a size 4, and then that will create a little bit different sink. Of course, you can always attach weights or whatever you wanna do. But it's nice to have a slow sink option just for control, because a lot of times we're just trying to sink it in 6 feet or 7 feet. We wanna twitch it and not have it just sink like a rock on the paws. This will give us the ability to do that, and then just a very slow sink down to control our depth. So those are the new baits from Lucky Craft, and I lied, Jeff, I said that was finally, but one more thing. Our friends at Bottom Up are increasing the size of the gimme. So a new gimme size This is going to be a new 4-inch size, and we are doing it in our custom colors. So we have 2 custom colors. This is Fred. So this is, you know, I'm actually kind of surprised there wasn't more bluegill style baits at the show. I feel like this is a really hot bait style, but this is a larger gimme. It's going to be a bigger profile, so great on Texas rig, larger free rig. You can fish it weightless. Pretty cool to see, you know, just improved size, and they're only doing it because people are using it, which means people are having fun. And this is the style bait that you love. So there you go. That's going to be new from Bottom Up, releasing later this summer. All right, guys, so that is a wrap. There was actually quite a few really cool new baits that, again, most people are never going to see at that show. Here's some final takes on ICast. I was really expecting this year to just be like it's been over the last few years, which has just been incredibly knockoff heavy. Now, obviously there were some there. We showed you guys a couple of them. You know, the knockoff culture is still very, very prevalent in this industry, but it's great to still see that there's innovation too. There's still people thinking outside the box. There's still people collabing ideas, and there's still new stuff coming around. So, you know, overall take from ICast for me, I would say this was kind of a pretty chill, almost semi-boring year as far as like new exciting releases. I think a lot of companies are a little bit just maybe a little timid and afraid to do too much right now because forward-facing sonar is so dominant, spinning rod sales are so dominant, soft plastic minnow baits so dominant. They're afraid to make hard baits. They're afraid to push bait casting reels. They're afraid to put a lot of R&D into things that aren't really selling. So I think it's one of those years where everybody just kind of, well, you sit back and watch what happens. Kind of the vibe that I was getting from a lot of the brands talking with them. But I'm really curious to hear what you guys think, if anything we showed you just stood out to you. Geoff, what final thoughts from you?
Don't go to ICast.
Okay. Why do you say that, Geoff?
Boring.
It's, you know, not having consumers there ruins it for me. Because without you guys to be able to actually give companies the feedback, everybody just thinks their stuff's amazing. Right? So no matter what booth you go into, it's like, oh, this is what we needed, oh, this is what we needed, this is what we needed. But you guys ultimately make that decision, right? So, you know, this show used to be an amazing idea for dealers to allow, you know, wholesalers and retailers to come and actually see things and order things. But, you know, I've ordered all this stuff months ago. This show is completely irrelevant now. Right? All these brands are fighting to do orders. If you're a dealer that showed up to ICast and you're actually ordering, you missed it. Like, everything's been done for months. Half the stuff we looked at today, I have for sale, you guys even are using already. So, you know, this needs to evolve into a show that's more inclusive of smaller companies, smaller brands, and also to more people. So I'm sure ICast hates our guts and doesn't watch any of our videos, so they probably won't see this, but should you be watching, please make this a consumer show, at least half consumer. Give it a couple days for dealers, a couple days for consumers, and let the general public tell these brands what they like, and let the general public pick the best of instead of all the money behind the scenes. So that's my final take. I hope it was fun for you guys to go around. Geoff, you look tired. I'm gonna buy you a beer now. Will you have one with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If it means we can be done with ICast.
I promise you we can be done if you'll drink with me.
All right, perfect. I'm never coming back here ever again, boys.
Orion, I am available.
Thank you for sponsoring.
Okay, thank you for being my unofficial sponsor of this video.
A few comments about that today.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, you gotta have some fun. If you gotta be stuck somewhere that you don't love, let's have a good time.
And that's a custom hat. You can't get those. The link is not in the description.
It's not, but Orion,
hey,
I am here.
Yeah.
I am available. All right, peace out, my friends. If you guys have any comments, questions, anything you would like to see us do different next year, Geoff's excited to go back. I'm gonna book him his return flight in the morning. Drop it down below and I will get, yeah, I didn't tell you about that. It's part of the, it's an asterisk in your contract. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along, and we will see you guys again soon. We're gonna come back for a exciting What's New video. Go back home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you're happy. All right, but first, a beer with Geoff. All right, peace, my friends.
Made a freaking mess in this hotel lobby.
Yep.